And city traffic units work to minimize traffic violations. West Sepiks in NCD call on leaders to work together. And an experience to remember. 10-year-old gets more than she asked for.
This is National EMTV News with Jeremy Mogi.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for Saturday's news. In its efforts to prepare for its main festive and end-of-year operations coming soon, the NCD Police, led by its traffic units, began its intervention operations earlier in the week to minimize the high number of daily traffic violations in the nation's capital. The intervention operation will target certain violations that seem to be increasing alarmingly.
Since vehicle drivers in the nation's capital are becoming reckless and dangerous to other road users, police is launching its efforts to re-educate them on their responsibilities and enforce the appropriate laws in regards to proper and safe ways to use public roads and streets. Facts emphasized on from the office of the NCD Metropolitan Superintendent state that police have seen and experienced the violations of various traffic rules, violations which have resulted in serious injuries to road users and damages to properties, indicating that this is widely perceived by vehicle offenders with less regard and significance for others. Police are beefing up intervention to ensure road users and vehicle owners see to the importance of these traffic rules and how users' ignorance can result in the loss of lives and destruction of properties. Hence, to improve public safety on the public roads and streets, this intervention operation will target the following violations: unroadworthy vehicles, unlicensed drivers, unregistered and uninsured vehicles, overloading passengers, running the orange and red lights at the traffic stops, unauthorized number plates, unauthorized lights attached to vehicles, unauthorized parking and unauthorized bus stops. NCD Metropolitan Superintendent Perondrano states that the onus is now on the vehicle owners and drivers to behave, drive responsibly and observe traffic rules. Failure in observing the rules will result in a charge for traffic violation. In this intervention, police, with the help of Road Traffic Authority and other line agencies, will combine to intervene into these current traffic violations with expectations of achieving a good outcome from this enforcement. A stern warning has been issued from the Office of the Metropolitan Superintendent to all drivers, including passengers, to observe traffic rules whilst using public streets. Police will not hesitate to have vehicles impounded or drivers and passengers arrested during this intervention exercise. Anet Kora, National EMTV News.
Concerned West Sepik residents in Port Moresby are calling on their provincial leaders to work together and address law and order issues along the Sepik Highway in West Sepik Province. In an open forum with Governor Tony Wowo yesterday, a written document with 9 points or petitions were presented to the governor for his administration to address.
In light of ongoing law and order issues between the highway of East and West Sepik, the open forum was an ideal event for individuals to air their concerns to their provincial leaders. The 9 call-outs or petitions basically highlights the lack of government presence between Aitapelumi, Nuku and Maprik district. Spokesperson Benedict Tallis says the lack of government services is contributing to the increased criminal activities.
Policing, community policing along the highways and in the village. We would like to see more of government's presence in the villages, at the local level government, in the districts, along the highways, not only the police, commerce officers, DPI officers, and other officers that are supposed to deliver the services, health workers and everybody else.
This comes after an armed hold-up on the 5th of October between Nuku and Maprik that resulted in the deaths of 2 young men. And later on that same week, another between Maprik and Wiwek, where a bus driver was stabbed to death.
Begini man we empindai long emnya, begini bloody brother blomi. Have grade lo kindly fault and finish grade 12 blame the last year, so he cannot make it through. So because lo papa blame goes tap lo green, so must come tap lo place lo kitchen car ko come lo we work lo upgrade. So this like heavy bungi mem nam die, so no finish him this education long.
After hearing their concerns, the governor responded by giving his assurance.
What we can do on our side, I will try my best to do that. What I cannot, I will try to bring it to the
the Prime Minister and Minister of Police.
The West Sepik community are calling on their provincial leaders to work together in addressing this issue.
Now, you come up here. You bloggers will come now one time. Now, so you look, you will West Sepik sit down here. Pampa look you blood yes, or remember place now. Because me play no son one time. You play no son one time. Me play best also.
Today, I must have a stepping stone for us now. That we can step on it and let's move forward and find a means of ways so we can put a stop to it right now. Before it's getting out of hand. Because mentality people beginning now, it changed. And then after that, it was changed because of the weakness and not much concern from the leaders. So we cannot blame anybody, we blame ourselves.
Stanley Over Jr., National EMTV News.
You're watching National EMTV News. We'll have more stories after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's not every day a child's dream comes true. For 10-year-old Angelica Asimba, she got more than she asked for, even though her one wish was to get a bicycle for her birthday. She didn't just get a bicycle, she was also brought to Ley to spend the day at the inaugural Rosso Cup mountain bike race, an experience she'll always remember.
Angelica Asimba's story surfaced on social media after her mother's thank you note was posted online. Her mom was the recipient of the Laga Industries bike draw promotion in Popondetta. But this wasn't just a win. It was a dream come true for 10-year-old Angelica, who asked for a bicycle for her birthday. In the note, Angelica's mother told the story of how her husband promised to buy Angelica a bicycle, but died 2 days before his daughter's birthday. Captivated by the story, Laga Industries and the Ley City Authority collaborated to bring Angelica and her mom to Ley for the inaugural Rosso Cup mountain bike race. On Saturday, she spent the day at the Rosso Cup race and was given a special mention by Ley MP John Rosso.
So me read the newspaper na LCA want paradise food fly mama want the picnic blame camp hotel and out.
A shy Angelica didn't have much to say, but thank you.
I like to say a big thank you to Laga Industries for making my dream come true. Also, I would love to take a big thank you to Minister John Rosso and the Ley City Authority for bringing me over to Ley.
Lucy Kopana, National EMTV News, Ley.
The World Health Organization in PNG, with support from US aid, has donated over 150,000 kina worth of life-saving equipment to the Port Moresby General Hospital. This is mainly to help the hospital's COVID-19 response in terms of caring for pregnant women. The essential life-saving equipment will assist the hospital to set up its maternity isolation ward for COVID-19.
According to current research data from the World Health Organization in Papua New Guinea, pregnant women with COVID-19 may be at higher risk of severe illness. And provided that the vast majority of female cases detected so far in PNG are of fertile age, that is between the ages of 21 and 50, it is very likely that laboratory-confirmed cases among pregnant women will continue to be detected.
So what we do know is that the majority of cases so far have been within the age groups between 21 and 50 years of age, and this falls within the age group for reproductive women, so there is a high risk.
The Port Moresby General Hospital is in the process of setting up its COVID-19 maternity isolation ward. And a donation by WHO and US aid yesterday in terms of life-saving equipment and supplies, including delivery beds and bed linens, for the 6-room labor ward costing over 150,000 kina, is expected to meet some of the hospital's crucial needs.
So today we're donating a range of critical and essential equipment for the maternity isolation ward for COVID-19.
The COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in disruptions to reproductive, maternal and child health services, which is a huge concern for PNG given the high maternal and child mortality rates.
To deliver a baby, a lot of resources are required. As you have heard, we deliver 14,000 babies per year. That's 40 babies per day. And our labor ward is full all the time. Sometimes we have deliveries on the floor. So in this pandemic, during COVID, we cannot afford to have COVID mothers joining this group of people.
Given that Port Moresby General Hospital is PNG's sole national referral hospital, its labor ward is also the only public ward that caters for pregnant women from NCD and Central Province. Dr. Malumi raised concerns that medical facilities, including labor wards in other provinces, should be improved to cater for needs in those places rather than bringing everything to Port Moresby General Hospital. He says this would enable Port Moresby General Hospital to focus on providing special services only.
Mothers come here looking for a safe place to deliver. As we have heard with the statistics, 80% are normal deliveries, 20% complicated ones. These 80% normal deliveries can be done anywhere outside.
Dennis Orere, National MTV News.
The Evangelical Lutheran Church of PNG says it will stand firm on its decision to say no to deep-sea tailing disposal into Morabes, Huon Gulf seas. The church has been vocal through awareness campaigns against DSTP, following Wafi Gopu's proposal to dispose of its tailings using the deep-sea method. The head of the Lutheran Church, Reverend Bishop Jack Urame, said the church has a duty to protect the environment and will not sit back and allow any development that causes destruction to it. ELC's awareness campaign is ongoing and is led by Lutheran youth. The campaign has gained the attention of many Morabians who are calling for other alternatives of tailings disposal other than the deep-sea method. The national government, on the other hand, wants the Wafi Gopu project off the ground, saying the country's crumbling economy depends on it. Meanwhile, the Lutheran youth and the church as a whole are showing no signs of backing down from their stance of saying no to DSTP.
So why but church pasimaus? Church need to raise up na talk long young people na all people blow lo community. So that's how people walk about na people making plenty awareness, try look clear thinking blow people of place so they know what na when something come up, all about making decision. Yes or no? But lo the feedback of the DSTP. Lo talk through na talk straight people all around the Moro province people talk no galo DSTP.
Ni plaol geta merin sar lo Morobe, masala baksar lo geta pikini ni blo mipla. O youths really karim slamau siko pas na mipla mas making one pla talk ta solo speak the same language say no to DSTP.
Ami amamas lo possible Lutheran Church na bishop office lo bishop lo displa because church got obligation. Government too give talk right lo church lo participate long social part long country ani long church government partnership. Na this lo possible Lutheran Church any good plan.
Chukai Sports is next. Fidelis Sukina will be back with some sporting updates. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports.
Good night and welcome to Trukai Sports. The Croton Hela Wigmen coach Charlie Wabo says the Wigmen are a more disciplined team and have been working hard this year to make it into the grand final for the 2020 season. The Wigmen will take on Snakes Tigers in this year's grand final on Sunday. The Croton Hela Wigmen will face the Lacenex Tigers on Sunday in the grand final of the 2020 Digital Cup season. Wigmen coach Charlie Wabo says the difference between this season and last season's grand final appearance is that the players are more disciplined in their game.
Something where by contributing to the team, it was a discipline and attitude and all this towards the boys. So time we come inside straight, we been talking boys. You have to discipline, na attitude, na focus. On something that we plan achieving and all this so we work on.
Wabo, who won the last premiership for the Wigmen in 2014, is now the head coach, an icon to most of the players. He has been using his experience to perfect a style of play which has been yielding results.
To look at me like the icon kind of thing. So when I talk, I'll just pay him attention. One of something that people are putting in, or take him serious, and all walk him so like.
But Wabo is not one to take all the credit. He also thanked his coaching staff, which includes the likes of former SPPNG Hunters Noel Zemming and former Pacific Games gold medalist sprinter Nelson Stone.
Like me, talk thank you, Lord, our coach and my coaching staff, like Noel Zemming, head trainer, and my assistant as coach Benjamin Etra and assistant trainer like Nelson Stone.
Wabo says their main aim in their game tomorrow is to take an early lead against the reigning champions, the Lacenex Tigers. Wabo thanked his family and friends for their great support throughout the season.
Thank you, Lord. Also, supporters that are supporting me, pushing me through all line of 4 mile, 4 mile entry. Thank you, Lord. Stop backside pushing me through. So thank you.
And PNG LNG Kumu's halfback and Rabal Guria's captain for the 2020 season, Watson Boas, says he will be returning to England to complete his contract with the club Doncaster. Watson was also given the halfback of the year and the player of the year in the 2020 season. The player of the year in the 2020 Digital Cup season, Watson Boas, led the way as captain of the Rabal Gurias this year, with the team losing in the preliminary final, a big achievement despite missing out on a grand final spot. Watson says he will be looking to go back to England to complete his playing contract with his club Doncaster in the Bedford League.
Definitely when we go back and complete the contract with me for the last year now. Yeah, I mean, to be back playing DSL Cup level, I mean, as for me, the whole reason why we come back and play DSL level is to give the experience at least to the young ones where overlooking me like learn side game wise.
Watson, who had for the first time in his career given the opportunity to captain his beloved Rabal Gurias, an achievement which he is proud of.
Big achievement as a captain for this year. Like, I mean, this is the first time I only play like rugby league. Miss up stuff as a senior player only, but to be the captain this year, big plus something me straight.
The Gurias dedicated their season to their founding father and franchise owner John Nightingale, who sadly passed away due to cancer this year, affectionately known as Papa Guria. The Gurias were hoping for a grand final win on his behalf, but Watson said they were happy enough to bring home the minor premiership.
Oh yeah, like definitely after the game, Ogata boys heads down because lost, because we've been looking forward to come all the way. But like everyone watched the game, I'm not gonna say anything about the game. But yeah, as Gurias, we always accept defeat. So yeah, people are accepting defeat. Now, like for the passing away late franchise owner Lumipla, at least we give back something to him, the minor premier, which is a big something after some years where Mipa no kiss him. So we give back the minor premiers and big something Lumipla. So yeah, Mipla, I'm a must. Thank you.
The Papua New Guinea National Rugby League competition manager Stanley Hondina says spectators are key stakeholders in the game, and their security is guaranteed for tomorrow's grand final between the Croton Hela Wigmen and the Lacenex Tigers.
We know it's going to be a big day. We appeal to the supporters and spectators to come and act and behave in an appropriate manner, come and support the game. Like I've been always saying, and this is NRL's position, our spectators are a key stakeholder in our game too. We will extend our security and control even outside of the venue as well. We are working closely with the Ella Wigman franchise and the Lay Biscuit Snakes Tigers. So we will work together in helping and creating an environment that is conducive so that people can come and watch the grand final, enjoy it and go home. So.
And that story wraps up Trukai Sports. Jeremy will be back with the weather details for the next 24 hours. Bye for now.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
Weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow in the southern region. Port Moresby cloudy with possible rain showers and drizzles, while in Daru mostly fine weather. Kerema partly cloudy with a few showers. Alotau partly cloudy with a shower or two, while in Popondetta a few showers then cloudy. Across to the Momase region in Ley, occasional rain showers and drizzles. Medang partly cloudy with evening showers and drizzles. Wuak, chances of thundery rain showers, then cloudy weather expected, while in Vanimo, occasional rain showers and possible thunderstorms, a high of 31 degrees. Across to the New Guinea Islands in Lorengau, partly cloudy with a shower or two. Kevin and Buka, mostly fine. Kokopo and Rabaul, mostly fine to partly cloudy weather, while in Kimbe, partly cloudy with chances of thundery showers, a high of 33 degrees. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen, partly cloudy with a shower or two. Goroka and Kundiawa, a few showers and drizzles, then cloudy weather. Mendi and Wabeg, occasional rain showers. A strong wind warning still current for the coastal waters of southern PNG Indonesian border, through Torres Strait to Daru, through Gulf of Papua to Yule Island to Hood Point, including central to western coral seas. There's a warning, strong southeast winds of 25 to 33 knots are expected to persist for the next 24 hours, causing rough seas. All small crafts and boats are advised to take necessary precautions before going out to sea in the warning areas. Forecast for small craft for the next 24 hours, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border through Torres Strait to Daru to Kiwa Islands, to Kerema to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samar Island, seas 2.0 to 2.5 meters. Waters of eastern and western Milne Bay Islands with waters of Samar Island to East Cape to Cape Vogel, through Huon Gulf to Finschhafen with waters of Long Island to Karakan Island, to Wewak to Aitape to the northern PNG Indonesia border with waters of Manus and its western group of islands, with waters of New Island to Bougainville and with waters of East and West New Britain, with waters of Finschhafen through the VTS Dampier Straits to CSA Long Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Ocean forecast for PNG areas, coral seas, seas moderate to rough with southeast winds at 20 to 30 knots. Solomon seas, seas slight to moderate with southeast winds at 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck seas, seas slight with southeast to southwest winds at 10 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas slight with east to southeast winds at 10 to 15 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that's the way it is this Saturday, the 17th of October 2020. Pleasant viewing. Good night.